ASHI Sahirap Incorporated has been the first replication of gramin banking in the Philippines. And from the very beginning, ASHI Sahirap means to rise above poverty. One of the commitment is to really reach out to the poorest of the poor, or 50% bottom poor women in the Philippines. Why did we choose to implement universal standard for social performance? Since 2008, when the universal standard is not yet in place, we were an advocate to search for different standards as a benchmark to measure our success in reaching the poorest of the poor sector in the Philippines. It's because we now are happy that the microfinance sector had already set benchmark to set our commitment. The promise of social performance is poverty alleviation. We decided to implement the universal standard for social performance when it was launched as a draft in 2010. When I came back from the Social Performance Task Force, when we were still deliberating on the set of standards, when it was still from 25 standards, when I came back to the Philippines, we immediately set up the members' desk, the Human Resource Development Department, to really make sure that the staff and the members had been set in accordance with the social performance standards. And one of the commitment is that all the programs are mainstream from our microfinance program, the credit operation, even up to the point of searching for new staff and integrating that in the training and development of our new staff. The first step I took was to train our staff to mainstream social performance in each of the department, in the management and the board. We presented the universal standard to the management team and to the board of directors. The second step we took was to mainstream it with our member representative to the board. There are actually member representative who sits in the board of directors for decision making. They know how to implement social performance management standard at their center. The next step that we took was that we were able to put the standard in place in the internal audit system. So now we have put the standard exactly as it is in Universal Standard for Social Performance in our internal audit system. We have, how did the Universal Standard for Social Performance have helped our institution? First, it refocuses to the real mission, that's poverty alleviation. And we want to set in place as a DNA, meaning in the bloodstream of ASHI Sahirap Incorporated, or to rise above poverty, we would like to commit ourselves to reach the bottom poor in the Philippines with a commitment for our staff, to our members, making sure that they are protected and making sure that all programs are crafted according to their needs. We have four ways of measuring the benchmark of universal standard. First, targeting the poorest. We have used PPI as our tool. Secondly, adaptation of our services. We make sure that we continually develop our products according to the members' needs. And thirdly, we would like to set ourselves to corporate social responsibility, meaning that we want to set the standards for our staff, that they are not mistreating our clients, and we want also to set parameters for their compensation. And second, for our members, we would like to look at them in the light of empowerment and participation, making sure that the decisions are made from bottom to top. And lastly, we would like empowerment and participation be in place as part of implementation for environment and social transformation. We would like to recommend that all players in the sector must really implement universal standard for social performance. ASHI commits itself as part of our vision to share with like-minded institutions our expertise grounded on experience. We would like to really mainstream universal standard for social performance in the whole sector of microfinance to bring back the promise. That promise is poverty alleviation in the country.